How's everybody doing out there? Everybody enjoying Smokeslam? Everybody joining the Alfregoni open fire cooking over here? Good stuff, isn't it? Right? All right, well, my name is Mike Starr from Blazing Star BBQ. Before I get started, I want to take this time to thank the city of Memphis, Smokeslam, and MBBQA for giving me the opportunity to come out here and showcase some of my products and cook for you some simple wings. I'm going to try to make wings very simple. I'm going to simplify it and hopefully blow your mind with the flavors. All right, so before I get started, let's talk a little bit about me and how I started Blazing Star BBQ. I'm from North Carolina originally, all right down the road. I grew up on salt, pepper, butter, and bacon grease, right? Just doesn't get any simpler than that, right? Well, right out of high school, I joined the Air Force and traveled all over the world. I spent 21 years in the Air Force. I got to experience some unique cultures, taste some unique foods, and now I'm here to bring my unique flavors from my world travels to your backyard. It's not North Carolina, it's not Memphis, it's not Texas, it's not Kansas City. Who loves chicken wings? We got chicken wing fans out there? All right, well, I'm gonna show you how I do chicken wings. Try to keep it simple.
You have receiving video.
Add quality ingredients.
Monitor out here.
Use a quality cooker. Simplify it, and gonna hopefully make you the king or queen of wings at your next backyard barbecue. All right, we're gonna get gloved up here. Everybody got a good drink?
I'm hitting it.
All right. So we're gonna get gloved up here.
What's causing that?
So these wings came fresh out of the package, right? There's a lot of stuff you can do to overcomplicate it. We can brine wings, try to make them juicy or whatever, but I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna allow you to pull them right out of the bag
HDMI disconnect
from your grocery store, pat them dry. The Alfregoni over there, open fire cooking, is blowing it up over there, ain't
change it, whatever you're changing. Info
so
back.
they're gonna be wet. The wings are gonna be wet, right? Well, skin doesn't get crispy if they're wet, right? So what we need to do is we need to pull them out, pat dry them, and get them dried off as good as we can. Easy way to do that is take some paper towels, pat dry them, get both sides, especially the skin side.
All right.
Normally, I would refrigerate them afterwards
It's off.
to let that skin kind of air dry in the refrigerator, but we ain't got the time to do that, right? Because y'all want to taste these wings, right? All right, so the way I season my wings, I always season them skin side down first, and then finish up with the skin. Our pork and rub is what I'm going to be using today. Our pork and rub in 2023 at Barbecue News Magazine took #1 chicken seasoning for a chicken season. It says pork, right? Pork in. It means it goes on ribs, chops, bacon, wings, and things. A little bit of everything. So something we do different with our sugar rubs. We have 2 sugar-free seasonings, but 3 of them have sugar in them. A lot of seasonings that have sugar in it have brown sugar or other sugars that are going to burn. The sugars that we use have raw cane sugar. So what that's going to do is it's going to allow it to melt, caramelize on top, not burn, kind of allow those seasonings to marinate together. So, boom, we just season them up just like that.
That's a good shot.
All right, who's team drums? We got team drum. All right, where's our flats? All right, it seems like flats always wins it. As the cook, I always end up with the drums. You know why? You know, because I'm the last to eat, and everybody seems to grab those flats, and those drums seem to be left. Hey, they got a little more meat on them. and I love them. All right, so the reason I do skin side up last is because after I season them, I want to take them to the grill and I want to put them on there skin side up. I'm not going to flip them, all right? A lot of people, when they're cooking the wings, they flip them back and forth, keep flipping them. A lot of the reasons is because they're trying to prevent them to burn, okay? But with this seasoning, it's not going to burn, right? It's going to keep a crispy skin, so I want to keep that skin up top. I like to cook them at 375 degrees to 400 degrees. And skin side up, you get to go in the house, have a beer, maybe two, and then about that 35, 40-minute mark, you get to come outside and check out those wings. Now, one of the main reasons, other than using the pork and rub on chicken, is it's because it's what I call my crowd pleaser. But what I'm actually known for, you hear the name Blazing, right? Blazing Star, is we have a Reaper and a Scorpion seasoning, all right? So it sounds hot, it sounds crazy. Matter of fact, when I came out with a Reaper rub, no one would buy it, right? They were like, heck no, I ain't messing with that, right? And then eventually people started trying it. Now it's my #1 selling seasoning. And believe it or not, I forgot to tell you, on my world travels, I stopped and got dropped off in Las Vegas, and that's where I live now, right? So saying that, our all-in-one, our beef, our porkin, and our Reaper seasoning is at the Bass Pro here in Memphis. So, you know, if you like these wings when we're done with them and like the seasons, you'll be able to pick those up. And also at the Melissa Cookson's All-Star store here, they carry all of my products. So we got the grill up, 375. Now you're watching, I ain't done anything crazy to the wings. No brine, no nothing. We put them on here, 375. Put them on the grill. Of course, this is a pellet smoker, right? So one of the other ways I like to cook them, Weber kettle. Any Weber kettle fans out there? Anybody got the old school charcoal Weber kettle? Close the door. I don't have to look at it. We can hang out here and talk for 30, 45 minutes, and these will be perfect. I ain't gonna make you wait that long because we're gonna have some more wings coming off here shortly. But I'm gonna talk a little bit. I'm gonna ramble a little long. So with a charcoal grill, if I was using a charcoal grill to cook these wings, I would create what we call a two-zone cooking. So I would light up my charcoal on one side and have an empty side over here, an indirect side, right? So cook the wings indirect. And that's essentially what's happening on a pellet smoker, because it's got a deflector plate underneath there. There's no direct flames, there's no direct heat, right? It's kind of convection, which is going to actually help with that air drying of the skin in that. But the same thing happens on a charcoal grill with the indirect heat. Have the direct side over here, have the indirect here. You could also cook up some steaks on the direct side while you're getting the chicken wings going and stuff like that. So what I tell people too with the seasonings is that you're gonna think when they're done, at least that's my opinion, we'll see. I'm gonna let y'all decide that they don't need no sauce. They're going to seem like they're sauce, because you're gonna be like, man, what did you do to this chicken wing to get it to have that kind of feeling of like it has a sauce on it? A lot of our dry seasonings are like a kind of a dry form of a sauce. But what I tell people is if you like it saucy, I got saucy too. We have an original, we have a spicy, and then we have an Asian bang sauce. So the Asian bang sauce is something me and my wife created. We actually, believe it or not, I used to run an Asian market. Sounds crazy. My wife's from the Philippines, but the sauce is more like a tour of Asia from Korea to Philippines with a little twist of my own. So when we get the wings bringing out, that's what I'm kind of waiting on. We got a crew that's going to bring some wings out here for try. I'll set the sauces out, right? Try the wing by itself, right? Maybe when you put the wing in the boat, drizzle a sauce. I will say this, the spicy and the Asian bang are spicy, right? So if you're faint at heart, when it comes to spicy stuff, it's probably not yours. Our original sauce, it's a little bit of sweet, a little bit of twang, a little bit of smokiness with just a little kick. So if you think ketchup's spicy, don't grab that one either. Just stick to the wing. But like I said, the pork and rub is meant for chicken. We also do, like I said, a sugar-free seasoning. We have a all-in-one and our beef seasoning. Our all-in-one seasoning is more like a season-all, right? So one thing I want to mention about this, if you notice my name, my brand is Blazing Star Barbecue, but none of the seasonings say barbecue, all right? Because I want to show people that these seasonings are not just for barbecue, right? The all-in-one seasoning is one of those seasonings that I get a lot of people that leave it on the stovetop, use it for their eggs, use it on vegetables. Like I said, it's sugar-free. Our beef rub, I get a question because it says all-in-one beef, pork, and Reaper Scorpion. So people say, where's your chicken seasoning? Well, every one of these work on chicken, to include the beef rub and the porkin. They all work on seafood also. Ice cream, Reaper Scorpion on mango, pineapples. All right. Anybody drinking margaritas right now? Micheladas, right? Instead of tahini, try our Reaper or Scorpion rub on there. So,
What?
all right, I don't know what's going on with chicken. Almost ready? Okay, cool. Everything's almost ready. Any questions out here while we're waiting on these chicken wings to come out? Give me some questions. It could be about anything. It could be about ribs. It could be about grills, smokers. Where am I going to be next?
Oh, good shot.
So it's going to actually make it crispier, right? And one of the things I forgot to mention, so I'm glad you asked that question because it triggered something in my head that I was supposed to mention to you, right? So I told you I'm cooking them at 375 degrees, 400 degrees, right? But the one thing I didn't tell you, which is actually one of the most important things, is chicken. We all know cooked to 165, right? Well, chicken is the toughest thing to figure out for most people. Chicken breast is 165. All right, when we say that, it actually, you take it off at 160, 162, because it's going to continue to cook, right? It's going to continue to cook when you pull it off, right? So if you pull it off at 165 and it rests on your countertop, it might go to 170, maybe even 175, depending on the temperature you were cooking it at. Now you just took that chicken breast from really good to dry, right? Now chicken wings, on the other hand, and thighs, I cook a little different. I like to take them to 190, 195, even 200. Really what I'm looking for is that skin. When that skin is right in that area I want, at the same time frame, it's in that happy zone, 190, 195, boom, we got a perfect wing, which I'm hoping you're going to taste today here.
Speaking of
Perfect wings. I got my man from Fat Boys Barbecue helping me out in the back. He's cooking up some crazy stuff for me back there. So we're going to start serving them up. I better get away from that speaker. Any more questions while we got it? Or you want to taste the wing and then give me a question, right? Thanks, man.
You must have done a good job talking about this, Mike, because they look hungry.
They look hungry. Let's get it. Let's get these chicken wings.
We got more coming up the tent back there, ladies and gents, so don't be shy.
Like I said, if you like a little more heat, That's where the Reaper and Scorpion comes in. Even though the Reaper pepper is a hotter pepper, my Reaper rub is not as hot as my Scorpion rub.
It was the Reaper is. I think the spice level is fantastic.
I was going for a perfect sweet heat with the Reaper rub, and then I felt like I hit it. I felt like I nailed it, right? The Reaper rub. But then Pepperhead said they want more heat, right? Well, I didn't want to change the Reaper rub at all. I wanted to, I said I'm going to create another rub, right? And I didn't want to just make it hotter, right? So remember earlier I said as I go up in heat, I go up in flavor. With a Scorpion rub, that's what I did. I added more intense flavors. It's got some citrus in there. It's got some honey in there. It's got some Szechuan peppercorns that really just cause a numbing effect in your mouth. Okay, we got more wings coming. So, what do you think?
Yeah, bro.
Very
good.
Okay, cool.
What's this seasoning?
It's my pork and rub.
Pork and rub?
Yeah.
Man, give me some of that.
Yeah, pork and rub.
Very sweet.
Actually, believe it or not, Al is over there. Shit, I didn't even set the sauces out. I should have set the sauces out over here, but everything got going on. Al's using the, that's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah,
don't need it, right? They don't need sauce, right? No sauce at all, right? We kind of rushed the wings. We had a little malfunction back there, so we kind of rushed the wings. I would have had the skin a little crispier than they turned out, right? And we'll watch these. If you come back and hang out, they'll have some of these will be done too. But you can kind of look at them up here too. See, they're already getting there, getting where we want them, getting happy. More chicken wings are coming out. What do you think? Was good? You good? I get the approval? Memphis approves? All right, there we go. Any other questions, please? All right, if there's no more questions, I'll go back there and get you some more chicken wings out here so y'all can share with your friends and have a couple more and get some cocktails. And I'll come join you with a cocktail. Thanks a lot, I appreciate y'all.